In today's video, I want to share with you a speech that I have delivered last week at a Toastmasters meeting, which is part of my manual project speeches on the pathway called effective coaching. Okay, I'm learning about effective coaching, how to monitor and improve or study the performance between a mentor and a protege. Okay, who is a mentor and who is a protege, and how to connect both of them in a very suitable way. Okay, so it's more or less like learning skills on how to connect better with your protege as the mentor. So I was given a project to speak about a topic of my liking that has to do with storytelling. Okay, I should use storytelling to connect with my audience. And in this very speech, I chose a title called Quality versus Quantity. Okay, Quality versus Quantity. That's the title of my speech last week at the meeting. So I started this speech in a very cool way and with a very simple engagement. I greeted the audience and then I mentioned quality versus quantity with a raise of hand. Which one do you prefer, quality or quantity? And to my surprise, a lot of people in that meeting chose quality. Okay, when it comes to producing anything, I didn't specify anything. But then I started by saying, yeah, I agree with you that everyone will go with quality when it comes to production of anything. Okay, but in my own case, I try to relate it with maybe content creation. Okay, I produce videos, so I try to relate quantity of videos as regards their quality. And I surprised them by saying that I will choose quantity in this case. Okay, having in mind that I needed to improve in terms of quality over time. And they were kind of surprised. And I said, yeah, in my school of thought, I believe quantity is what leads to quality. If you want to get to quality, you have to perfect quantity. You have to perfect it through quantity. Okay, so the idea is I started telling them that when it comes to my YouTube channel, I chose quantity because the whole idea was to break or to stop procrastinating. Okay, because when you wait for perfection, it's obvious you are procrastinating. You keep delaying, you keep postponing, you keep taking longer time for you to produce a content. But when you decide to just kickstart it even before you are ready, you will improve gradually if you put that improvement in mind. Okay, so I chose quantity. So as I produce more videos, as I produce up to 100 videos, then I look at the quantity, the quality relative to where I started. And I saw tremendous improvement because the graph was kind of looking up. Okay, as I produce a video, I publish it, people watch it, and then they give me their input. Okay, hey Rashid, your quality of the lighting is not good, try to improve and I'll improve. Hey Rashid, the quality of your sound is not good, try to improve and I improve. But in all of these cases, I don't delete the videos. I want to keep them for my reference. Okay, so in cases when I'm lecturing or I'm telling people about performance and how to self-motivate yourself, I use those as an example because you don't have to wait until you are ready to get started. Okay, so you just start before you are ready. Then through that speech again, I gave another example. I read about the parable of the pot making class. Okay, parable of the pot making class is a very good example, a story that can connect better with the audience as well. So in this case, I brought it out and I explained to them that there was a class who were tasked to produce pots. Okay, so the class was divided into two. The first group, which is group A, were tasked to produce one pot in 30 days. Understand the difference? One pot in 30 days. And group B, on the other hand, were tasked to produce 30 pots in 30 days, which means they had to produce one pot per day. Okay, so more or less like comparing quantity versus quality, right? So in this very experiment, it went on well, but then the surprising part of it is the best pots were found in the quantity group, right? The best pots in that experiment were found in the quantity group. How do they do that, and how does that happen? Now, take a look at how the whole idea started. In the first group, when you have to focus on quality, before you start, in most cases, you have to do a lot of thinking, a lot of idea generation. How will the surface of this pot be? How will the sizing look like? And how will the coloration look like? You have to maybe spend about 2 weeks over there about thinking about how the pot is going to be. Okay, and when you produce it as that, after 30 days, this is just the thing that you produce. You just produce a single thing. Okay, produce the structure, do everything, do all the analysis, and then you produce one pot. Of course, at the end of it all, you are still going to see some errors, some areas of improvement, some areas that need you to improve. But in this case, which is the quantity group, they start without waiting for anything. They have time frame. They produce a pot a day. Okay, so they start. When they produce the first pot, they will notice the improvement. Okay, you have to improve on this, you have to improve on this, we have to improve on this, we have to work on the coloration, we have to work on the surfacing, and they will improve accordingly on the next pot tomorrow. So they will apply all the points of improvement will be applied to the next pot that they will produce tomorrow and next tomorrow, and subsequently they'll keep taking the improvement from the first, second, third, and they're pushing it up to the subsequent ones until they keep on improving the quality of it after the 30th one. So that was why in the whole experiment, the best pots were found here. Okay, so I kind of delivered the speech in a very friendly way, and then I push it back to them. I said, I know most of you will choose quality over quantity, but in my own school of thought, this is what I believe in. In whatever I want to kickstart, I start before I'm ready. Okay, the readiness in terms of the tools, in terms of the idea, in terms of the quality of the content will come over time. All right. So once I want to do something, I just kickstart. Okay. So I gave them the idea, and they kind of understand, even though my evaluator during that meeting could not actually comprehend it the way I put it. He said he was surprised. Even he chose quality over quantity. But the way I coined the idea, he came to realize that yes, I actually have a point in choosing quantity because it's what leads to quality in my own school of thought. And he understood it perfectly. So this is about my last speech. I just thought of sharing it with you. Over to you. What do you prefer? Is it quality or quantity when it comes to producing anything, or when it comes to kickstarting any idea? You can leave your comments in the description and I will follow up and answer accordingly. I hope you enjoyed this video, ladies and gentlemen. I wish to keep pushing or dropping 1 or 2 speeches that I have delivered and give you some little analysis while I choose the topic and to what end I deliver that speech. Hopefully you can motivate 1 or 2 people to start delivering speeches or to join Toastmasters International, where you can kind of perfect your speaking and leadership skills. So I look forward to seeing you in my next video, and until then, peace out.